Blog Show. Blog Show.
Welcome to the Blog Show, where we bring you the best from the week that was in the world of sports blogging. I am Jamie Mottram, and this handsome man to my left is Dan Steinberg.
Yeah, I'm the man who rings the bell, Jamie. And I wanted to start today by talking about this week. I went to RFK Stadium, and I talked to Dimitri Young's two children. Both of them have great heads of hair. One of them has kind of like a fluffy, curly thing, and the other one has a mohawk. And I was asking them questions about their hairdos, and they said, "Why are you so concerned with our hair?" Is because you don't have any.
Kids are the best.
Yeah, and basically, yes. Yes was the answer to that question. And so I thought we'd start today by talking about some of the best hairstyles in the NFL, and these are hairstyles that were highlighted by Fan House.
Yes, Fan House. My brother put this gallery together, actually, and it was prompted by Chris Cooley and his wonderful head of hair that he showed last year in training camp, as in that picture, his player profile photo shows.
The famous photo.
Yeah, so we thought he might have the best hair in the NFL, but that was not the case. There are a number of contenders for that furry throne.
A couple of Reeds, I guess.
Yeah, well, from Kansas City, it's their rookie, Nick Reed, with an almost impossibly full head of blonde hair.
It looks kind of pasted on or glued on to me. And I also like Jeff Reed, who's got kind of the...
Well, he's a blog icon, Jeff Reed.
He is, but his official NFL.com picture is pretty tremendous.
And then also for the Bengals, Damato Petco.
Yeah, I think it's Petco.
It almost looks like the world's ugliest woman with that head of hair.
Luxurious, I thought. It's very luxurious.
Hairstyle.
Robert Gallery looked like a heavy metal kind of guy to me.
I can't believe that guy is an offensive lineman bust. He looks like he'd be a terror.
Awesome.
And then also as well for the Minnesota, it's another punter or another kicker, Alex Reyes.
Yeah, kickers seem to specialize in weird hair.
Looks like a mop.
But I guess along the same lines, the Big Picture blog kind of looked at some of the worst hairstyles in the NFL this summer.
I didn't think these were the worst necessarily. I mean, you had linebacker Ernie Sims for Detroit with the creative use of the rubber band.
Right.
And then you had the Cowboys offensive lineman and rookie Doug Free, who looks like he's may have lost some type of bet or maybe a rookie hazing.
Rookie hazing. The Fort Worth Star-Telegram also had a picture of Doug Free, and along with James Martin, who had some kind of like a monk haircut, another offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Kind of looked a little bit like
You know what Doug Free looks like? Like he's trying to do a half Steins. And maybe in tribute to do, and then the Clippers, the battery ran out.
Yeah, I like to call him Fitty.
Well, on the subject of hair, let's go to one of the blog show's ultimate icons, and certainly a hair icon in the world of sports. It's Drew Gooden.
Yeah.
This year, he grew out the ducktail, that little patch on the back of his neck, all season long, that Fan House's Tom Ziller dubbed the neck stash.
Right.
Well, Slam Online is reporting that the ducktail is now gone.
This is Len Whitaker's blog on Slam Online called The Links, and he says, you know, the ducktail is dead. Long live the ducktail. And it's kind of sad, but you know, maybe Drew will have something new for us next year.
And long live DuckTales, the cartoon. Anyways, and speaking of ducks, that's a blog show transition right there. Our friends at the M Zone, they partied up in Eugene, Oregon. They went out to a couple bars up there last week and saw the the Oregon Ducks mascot out at the bar.
Drinking it appeared.
Yeah.
Holding bottles anyhow, and you kind of wonder how the bottle fits inside the bill of the duck, I guess.
I don't have any experience with mascot drinking, so I wouldn't know.
But I did want to say, I guess in honor of Mascots partying, that it is the birthday of a local mascot, Coyote, I think, like peyote, sort of. The Frederick Keys.
That's excellent.
So Frederick Keys mascot is celebrating a birthday, and he's invited all of the area mascots up to Frederick to celebrate with him.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And you can see video of that on the DC Sports Blog.
Yeah,
is that
a little
correct?
video. There's like a bowling pin. I'm not sure exactly who's the...
Steins.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure who the bowling pin represents, but I love it.
And more mascot fun this week at thehypeguy.com. He noted that the FIBA Americas, that a tournament, has its own mascot.
Basketball tournament. It's called JJ. It looks kind of like Grover a little bit, a yellowish Grover or something. But there's pictures of JJ doing various things like holding nunchucks and French fries and stuff. It's great fun.
Well, we've already gone through hair, we've gone through mascots, and let's go to another blog show topic, dancing athletes. And making the segue here is Steins, yourself, dancing with the mascot.
Briefly.
This is what, at the Bowie Bay Sox
Bowie
game?
Bay Sox, another local Orioles affiliate. I danced a little merengue with Louis.
You had some moves there, man.
Louis
That was
from Bowie.
smooth. I mean, it can't be, you know, you don't have much experience, I'd imagine, dancing with mascots.
I thought I did fine, but I guess it was a big week overall for dancing athletes and dancing sports figures and sports icons. And I want to talk about Arrowhead Addict, the Kansas City Chiefs blog, who had some locker room hijinks featuring dancing Chiefs from the HBO show Hard Knocks.
On the subject of dancing athletes, let's move over to the NBA side of things. And here's some rookies doing promotional videos for the NBA.
Yeah.
And it gives us a good excuse to show Joakim Noah, who hasn't been on Blog Show in weeks.
But he dances always. I mean, he's very fluid with his moves. I really like it.
Well, you know, I don't know.
Jeff Green was dancing in there, too.
Yeah, Jeff Green from Georgetown. He's not,
Cook, I think, was
so
dancing
good.
a little bit.
But you can see the full video of the dancing rookies at the Basketball Jones Sportsnet.net.
Yeah.
And those rookies need some lessons because, I don't know, Noah didn't look that smooth to me. He looked like he could use some help. And here to show them how to perform is none other than Shane Battier. This is him at karaoke night via Fan House.
And I guess I'm not gonna criticize him one way or the other for his lyrics or his intonation, but I really enjoyed the kind of deep, sonorous tone of his voice.
I mean, I thought he sucked, but I hate Duke, so I can't really be objective about it.
I think he's a nice bass.
All right, moving on past the dancing and past the singing, let's do some lookalikes. And you know, our friends at rumorsandrants.com earlier this summer did the blog show drinking game. They created the blog show drinking game just for us and our audience to play along with. Well, this week they also did a Dan Steinberg lookalike.
Yeah.
Steins, they say you are a spitting image for Padres outfielder Kevin Kuzminoff.
I don't really see it.
I mean, you're both bald.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean...
How many times on the show are we going to mention that I don't have any hair, by the way?
You're both white, you're both bald.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, Fishbowl DC actually stuck your image into a likeness generator.
That's right.
And came up with 3 guys who are not bald, and I don't think looked much like you at all. It was Johnny Depp, Rick Schroeder from Silver Spoon, and John Wayne.
Yeah. I think it's flattering.
You like that one better than Kevin Kuzminoff?
They're all flattering. And speaking of lookalikes, let's move on to some real sports figures and their lookalikes. Kissing Susie Colbert, one of our favorite blogs, had one of their readers kind of submitted some Photoshop montages of various NFL coaches. Yeah. So Mike Holmgren is kind of matched with Captain Kangaroo, which was uncanny.
Frightening, actually.
Yeah, and Joe Gibbs with someone I've never heard of. You want to explain who this person is?
Yeah, it's Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
You'll shoot your eye out? Red Ryder BB gun?
Nope.
You not into the
Steinberg,
Christmas Story?
Christmas, you know. It's like...
Yeah, still not getting it. I have a hard time putting 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Joe Gibbs, he was the lookalike with Ralphie there. Some Cowboys fans infiltrated the Redskins Wikipedia page. And I knew it was an intense rivalry growing up in D.C.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it had gone this far.
And they threw the big star on there, and it said, the Washington Redskins suck, go Cowboys. Very creative way to put down someone else's team.
Yeah, that hits me right there.
Some other NFC East fans in opposition to this kind of got onto the Cowboys wiki page and said, worst team ever, hamburgers are awesome.
It gets heated in the NFC East when they start messing with Wikipedia pages. We saw all of that at Deuce of Davenport. So that brings us to the end of Weekend Blogs, but we do have some stuff to get through here. Normally, the first 18 blog shows we did Cheese of the Week.
Normally I would talk about my cheese. I'm kind of running out of cheese. It's been a long time since I've been in the cheese industry, and I'm kind of going to bail on this.
Out of the cheese game.
I think last time we did this segment, I kind of forgot the name of a cheese, and We Write Good, one of our favorite random blogs, kind of called me out on that and said, you know, grilled cheese, macaroni and cheese, there's so many cheeses out there. And thank you for the suggestions, but I'm done.
You can't just come to Blog Show without a cheese and expect people not to notice.
I'm done.
Well, okay, so Cheese of the Week is out, and with the end, there is a beginning. Now we're going to do the Hot Fitted of the Week, a Hot Fitted cap of the week, courtesy of my brother at MrIrrelevant.com with his series, That Fitted is Hot, Son. This week's fitted, as you see on your screen, is a 5950, and I'm going to quote Chris here. You can go ahead and wear that on a casual Friday, and we'll make you feel like you're on a tropical island with your imaginary girlfriend. It says, I like the Yankees, but flowers can be pretty tight too. It's the Hawaiian flower hat from the Ill Material Product Series. That's your Hot Fitted of the Week.
I'm very excited about that. And before we go, another announcement. Our lovely intern, Mike P. Prada of Bullets Forever, he's been helping us. One of his primary duties is arraying these bobbleheads on the table. They don't get there by themselves.
That's a resume builder right there.
This is his last week, and we want to say goodbye, and thanks for all of the one-liners.
Thank you, Pirata. And if you're a college student watching at home, we need people to collect bobbleheads and read blogs for college credit. So email us at blogshow@comcastsportsnet.com. No resume needed, but having a blog would certainly help.
He actually did get college credit for this.
Well, I mean, raging bobbleheads is no small feat, Steins.
Yeah. And I guess our final non-changing segment of the week is the YouTube of the week. I'm going to take over it right now, and this is a YouTube that we saw from We Are the Postmen, and it involves a human being throwing himself pell-mell down a bowling lane and crashing into some pins.
Japanese TV.
Blog show.